Wow, I'm live. It says I'm live, guys. Whoa, I'm live, speaking to the world. Wow, wow, whoa. Now, Twitch didn't allow for vaping or smoking or anything. Neither does Bigo. But I think YouTube will be okay with me vaping on cam. I think so. Yeah. There's nobody joining my live. I don't think anybody's interested. I don't think anybody knows about me. I think that's what it is. It's people don't know about me. I'm sure if people knew about me, they would find me interesting and hopeful and funny and charming. But they just don't know about me. And I suppose the climb to fame is really just being discovered in the right way. First impressions matter, right? And so your social image, your publicity is matters. Yeah, your social image and public opinion or whatever, not whatever, public opinion and social image is directly set forth by, well, for girls, how beautiful you are, for guys, how charming you can be. And this is what we have. And this is our world. And we can do whatever we want with it. But there will be consequences if we don't listen to what God says. And God speaks to us in ways that we understand, which is human and free. Human means to make errors. Free is, well, we have free will. We have the option to choose the good or the wrong, right or the left. I don't know, there might be three options. But either way, it's we have to choose. We have to make decisions in order to move forward. Sometimes the decisions we make are not the most conducive to our health, to our betterment in society, not for our health, but for just vanity, wants. No needs, just wants. Why do you want it? Because I can. Because I can. I can express what I want. I can do that. It's a rare goal to find something worth investing into. It's rare to do that, to find something worth investing into. A lot of scattered thoughts consume us as we grow up in our teenage years. Obsession, fantasies, our own wickedness, all these carry a certain amount of weight inside us. And this weighs us down, and we need to remember God so it doesn't weigh us down, so that we feel light and hopeful. When you feel light, you feel hopeful, okay? You feel light, you feel hopeful. Hopeful for what? Jumping into heaven, man. That's why that first step is so light. That's what it's made for. It's that cushion. You just jump like an acrobat into heaven. Well, that's what our deepest desires are. That's what they want. That's what we were made for. We weren't made for this life. Although we agreed to it, we weren't made for this life. And you have to realize that. Wow, that is deep. I just had that epiphany. I'm going to write this down. So we weren't made in this life, or we weren't made to be in this life. We were not made to be in this life. Now, we were made with accordance to how God wanted us to be. And God knows everything in perfection, but we are to assume God didn't know that the devil was going to turn on us. Of course, that's false. And rather, God declared his new creation as the best. How did he do that? By making his old creation be jealous of the new one. The jinns, the Satan's race, Iblis, who was the jinn that worship God, he was jealous of humans because God said, love this creation as you love yourself. And he could not do it. Man, God is simply amazing. Like the careless attitude of like, all right, this is my newest creation, and the old one, you don't matter. You don't matter anymore. You just don't matter. It's God that can say that and do that and put that forth into action. And here we are living suffering. And I am one of you here suffering and living and struggling with no money. And all we have is our wondering to beg on, right? Wait, what are you wondering about, passenger? Well, I'm wondering about how I can do this, that, something to do with this life. Well, I'm wondering. Keep wondering, wanderer. I think I've learned to monologue from people, successful people. They've taught me how to monologue, and it's like just follow you, man. Just do you. And me being God, I needed that push. I needed that hurt. I take on a lot of pain willingly, just so I can have cards, so I can have new cards to explore this race on. So if anybody's bitching that like, oh, God's not here for me, I'm right here, motherfucker, and I'm living this life just like you are. All right, I got the hunger of 300 children in my belly. You got that? Right now I'm on Ozempic, so I don't have that. But normally with Abilify, I do. And it sucks. It sucks, man. It sucks being God. You know how lonely it is without my powers? You know how it feels to have the devil instilled into me, look into every wish of mine, every whim of mine, every whimper of mine? The creation I created, he's jealous of it. And now I am coming down as myself. And I am what? I'm living this life just like you all are as well. And surrounded by me are problems greater than life itself. For example, autism. For example, fits of rage. And child under 5. How are you going to solve rage in a kid that's not even old enough to remember his rage? How are you going to do that? Well, that's what I'm surrounded with. And a constant push to wanting to end it all, wanting to be the loser, wanting to just go to heaven and not be God. Those are the choices I face. And I can't give up because I created humans. All right, I did it. It's mine, my burden to keep. I'm not able to fully absorb that I'm God in this vessel, but I have enough proof around me and in my surrounding that I can buy off the idea that I'm God again and again and again until I'm able to feed it into the camera and make it eternal. That, hey, this one beggar, this Muslim, this Pakistani brown Indian Muslim guy apparently was God and he was suffering just like all of us. What struggles did he have? Do you care about that? Because I'm not willing to share it without money. Without money involved, I'm not willing to share my struggles in this life. I'm willing to complain endlessly, but I'm not willing to tell you what my complaints are about because I'm not able to simply put my head down and beg the next person. I'm not able to do that. And that is a part of my pride that I'm not able to break down, that I was meant to break down as a child. I was. Somebody breaks your heart as a child, you cry. What did I do? I walked away. As if it was an opportunity, I walked away. I was like, all right, this feels great. That's how, those were my thoughts. This feels intensely great. And what was it? It was an inevitable amount of pain. An inevitable amount of pain. And I withstood it as a child of 7 years old of heartbreak. I was able to shelter that pain. I was able to harbor it. And now I'm on the road to bringing it to light and how beautiful and creative and amazing pain, literally pain, can be if it's for the right ideals. And that's my message to you as God. That check me out as a human, how I'm doing. All right? Check up on me, how I'm doing. How I'm posting on Quora.com. I know y'all got the doxes and everything. Everyone knows who I am. You know where I live. You know I'm banned off of Snapchat. I can't mess around with kids or be put in harm's way with kids involved. Because kids can be a little evil too, man. Because they can be. A kid can do something so evil that'll make your eyes pop out. And why? It's because he didn't know. Or she didn't know. Kids don't know. They don't know. But I knew. In my timeline, I was taught enough to know. I know, man, it's unfair. It's like, how could a kid know that thing? How could a kid know so much? But at the same time, how would I be able to witness the burdens and pains of this life if I weren't given the opportunity to display how shallow my heart can be? Huh? How would I feel the pain without a shallow heart? I needed the pain. I needed to be able to own the world, to be shoved into this little cluster of flickering pain that reminds you of a constant that this heartbeat isn't yours to keep. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's poetic. What is poetic? Poo, poor. It comes from poverty. Comes from nothing. Poetic is how God made this universe. My youngins. Poetic. It's poetic. It's like the ethics of poverty. That's that's what it is. The ethics of poverty is poetry. All right, let me write that down as well. It's kind of an epiphany. The ethics, the ethics of poverty is what nourishes. I know I'm trying to sound fancy. In this life, you have to take credit where you can. All right. It's another thing. The ethics of poverty is what nourishes. See, I even lost what I was about to say in trying to sound cool, trying to gain credit. You have to. You need credit. I know it's a foreign alien concept. That's why all these people got that like, oh, we're being stalked by aliens. This is an alien planet. Because people don't understand that you need money. And they're it's aliens. Yeah, it's aliens, man. That's why you need money and you can't have a barter system. Not because we're intelligent and advanced on our own. No, 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 no. God didn't create us this advanced. Nah, no way when we have this dumb of thoughts as well, constantly side by side with our good ones. It's like, no way. We're alien planet, bro. The ethics of poverty is what nourishes and decides poetry. There we go. The ethics of poverty is poetry. If I were to say the ethics of poverty is poetry, I guarantee nobody on this planet will understand what I'm talking about, including me, even though I am saying it from a conscious brain, conscious train of thought, which is what I'm sputtering from. But the ethics of poverty is what nourishes and decides poetry. Now, that gives you two adjectives to think on. And I'm realizing humans, they work in this way. They need adjectives for thinking time. You need adjectives for processing time. So God has 99 names, and those are all adjectives for processing time. You just so it's like 99 times processing of God conscious. So 99 times processing of God conscious is what equivocates to consciousness. Is what equivocates as consciousness. Got that ness, got that kid in there, right? Ness. You know, over time, humans have evolved enough and smart enough and non-alien believing enough, you know, being sentient. Being sentient means you don't believe in aliens. Yeah. Being sentient. means you don't believe in aliens. In aliens on this planet aside from ourselves. That's what sentient means. So I covered consciousness, sentient, and I'm not trying to, well, if I could, I would, but I'm not trying to prove God exists. I know that's off the table, that's off the charts, it's incomplete, it's unfathomable, it's 99 times more processing than a human. If I am God, then I'm 99 times smarter than every other human. If I am God, then I am 99 times stronger than any other human to ever, both past, present, and future, to ever exist. Look at this, man. I got crappy handwriting. Look at this. It's actually pretty good. When I looked at it in the camera, it looked pretty good. Looked professional, man. Looked like a educated scholar of a guy. Right on, yeah. What the heck is this? Your eyeglass reflects what you're watching. Yeah, this looks like a loop. All right, that's enough for today. It's pretty good.